Alright, alright. How you guys doing today? This is gonna be kind of a double video. I noticed, I was going through some of my videos, I noticed some of them weren't up that I thought I posted. So, either A, I did it wrong, or B, I didn't put it up. And I could have swore that I put them up, so maybe I did them wrong. But regardless, I'm gonna go through the divisional round again, and then make my picks for the conference championships. Right. I could have swore that I put them up, but regardless. So where do we start off? Let's start off on Saturday's games that happened last Saturday. We had Tampa Bay versus the Rams. Was that Saturday's game? No, that was Sunday's game, but regardless, let's go ahead and start with Tampa Bay versus the Rams, which don't matter. That was a pretty good game. I was really glad that the Rams, I was kind of rooting for the Rams. I wanted the Rams to win it. They went up to, they went up 27-3. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers pulled the Patriots, and they came back. There was a lot of turnovers. There was a couple of turnovers in this game. Brady, I think, threw an interception. I think Cooper Kupp did fumble the ball. The running back, whose name escapes me at this moment, Henderson, or I can't remember his name, something like that. Fumbled the ball kind of late in the game. The center oversnapped the ball when Stafford wasn't ready. It was a fumble off that. They were up 27-3. They allowed to do all the fumbling and stuff like that for Tampa Bay to come back in. So they came down to a field goal, actually. It was a very exciting game. It was one of the exciting games. Probably the second best game of the playoffs, and the second best playoff of the divisional round as well, too, which I'll get to the first one here in a second. So LA Rams advanced, and they are playing in the conference finals, at home, actually, because of Green Bay and 49ers. Green Bay actually ended up losing in a pretty shitty game. It went, San Francisco went up, I think get the field goal, went up 3-0. Green Bay scored a touchdown in their opening drive. Made it like, and we either went 7-0 and San Francisco kicked the field goal, or made it 7-3. Regardless, it was 7-3 at one point in time, and it was 7-3 the entire game, and it was just really, really shitty. They set up for a field goal. They got blocked. That's not the kicker's fault. That's the O-line's fault. Letting their man go by you. At one point in time, they late in the game, they went to kick the ball. They punted it, and it got blocked. San Francisco got it, ran it back for a TD. They actually had tied it up when that happened. They tied it up 10-10. Green Bay had kicked another field goal and made it 10-3. And at the closing moments of the game, San Francisco won, due to San Francisco being the 6th seed and the Rams being a higher seed. The game is going to be in LA. Now, last year, Tampa Bay went to the playoffs and became the first team to go to the Super Bowl as a home team. The Rams were taking on the 49ers. have the chance to be the first team to play at home and play the NFC and the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. I was pausing there. I was kind of thinking to myself, one of these days, I wonder if we're ever going to see a team start off as a home team in the wild card. No, you can't. Maybe. With the second seed, maybe. Be at home in the wild card and just play at home. Play the second round divisional at home. Somehow the first seed gets knocked out. And play that game at NFC. See if that ever happens. I don't know if it will or not, but... So, then we move on. Let's move on to the AFC. So, we have the number 1 Tennessee Titans versus the number 4 Cincinnati Bengals. I was really happy with either team. Neither one of these teams have won the Super Bowl. So, it's, either team makes it and wins it. I'll be happy for them. Excuse me. Tennessee, on the first play of the game, threw the interception. And I think Cincinnati scored a field goal off of it, and both these teams were thriving off of field goals for a while, and I think it went up to around halftime, went up 9-6, Tennessee. 9-6. And Tennessee went up like 16. No, it was 9-6 Cincinnati, and then Tennessee went up 16-9. Cincinnati tied it up 16-16, and then the kicker ran out. Said, here we go, we're going to the AFC Championship game and get the field goal, and made it into the AFC Championship game, which required, there we go. Scotty, something's on my lips. Apologize for that. Which allowed the winner of the KC Buffalo game to play the AFC game at home. KC Buffalo game, which, getting to it now, was probably the best game I've seen in the playoffs in quite some time. Probably game of the year. I got something on my nose. So it was I would say it's game of the year. Really exciting game. Best game of the playoffs. Kansas City, and Buffalo were trading touchdowns. It was 21-21 for a while, and maybe Kansas City, I think, may have hit the field goal, or may have missed a couple points, and they were up. So I think they missed a couple PATs, points after touchdowns, and they were, I think, up 26-21, and so Buffalo went down there, scored, and went for the 2-pointer. Made it 29-26. Kansas City went back down and scored, and then Buffalo went down there, scored again. They were up. Kansas City went down, scored, tied it up. They went into overtime. Coin toss. Chiefs had someone. I guess it was on heads. It was either heads and Kansas City won it, or it was heads and Buffalo lost it. Kansas City got the ball, and out of NFL rules, they went down and scored a touchdown, and they won. I'm gonna bring up the old. I'm gonna bring up these new overtime rules because everyone's talking about overtime now. I like the overtime rules, mainly because the old overtime rules is if my team and your team are duking it out, and we're in overtime, and my team gets it, and we have a good return, and we make it into field goal range. I get to kick a field goal, 2 or 3 minutes, maybe run about 5 plays and make it in. And that wouldn't be fair to the other team. And I could see how. So then they kind of changed it where if unless the opening possession is scoring a touchdown, like if my team gets the opening possession and I can't score a touchdown, the ball will go to you. And if your team could go out there and score a touchdown or a field goal, you guys win. And if you guys can't, then it just goes back to, or if you score a field goal, I get the chance to get it back and go out there and match it. And if I can't, I'm done. They're talking about changing it, and they've been talking about changing it ever since they got changed from the, allowing both teams to have a possession. And the only real way to do, I guess, college, do like the college, because everybody's talking about how this is messed up. Each team should get a possession. They have to. This is how the college does it. Every team gets a possession. You can do what you can on it. If I score, and you don't, I win. If this is all in the college, if you get a field goal, I get a touchdown, I win. If we're both tied, then it's keeps going, and it keeps going, even to a certain point where we have to start making 2-pointers instead of first round or kick point afters. So you got that. You definitely broke, don't fix it. But yeah, Buffalo, Kansas City, best game. So in the AFC and the NFC, the conference championships, tell you the conference championship setups and who I think is going to win and who I want to win. In the AFC championship, starting up on Wednesday at 2:05, it's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's in Kansas City. I would like to see. I like to see either team. But I kind of like to see. I'd like to see Kansas. I'd like to see Cincinnati as an underdog do it. That's one team I would like to see do. And then Kansas City, I like to see them prove everybody is good, and they want that one fluke. That one Super Bowl wasn't a fluke. In the NFC, you have San Francisco 49ers versus the LA Rams, who I'm going for. LA Rams. I really like the Rams. I'm a Giants fan, but I am rooting for LA. As long as they don't take on the Giants, I root for the LA. So should be a good one. See what happens, and I'll see you guys next week. Guys, take care. Bye.